Sal did yesterday and just ran in first the whole time. I don't think Sal took a single blue, and he was in first for the majority of the races. So
Yeah.
interested to see if that little shell will come into action here in these wars. DDR first track. Edison, like we talked about before, I think strat here would be kind of either get a golden or like make Sandhop and try to just stay in the front for the rest of the race.
Yeah, for sure. And you see Sora coming out with his trademark Rosa.
The man, I mean, does Rosa give you less stats? I feel like it's just like a different drift.
I think she might have better main turbo, but I'm pretty sure she has better drift.
Okay, because I know the speed stat is pretty much the same as Funky's. But a lot of people just feel better playing Funky, I guess, and I have to agree. I don't really like Rosa's drift personally, but seems to work well for Sora. Very good TT player, very good lines. You know, known for playing in FA. He doesn't really talk much, so that could be a kind of a detrimental thing for Belgium if they're trying to know where he is and he can't really say anything. So hopefully all of Team Belgium's players do have Battle Bug on, can see him in the front, and yeah, hopefully the communication is not a problem for our man Sora. Right now we see Sal in last place after getting a TC. Not where he wants to be right now. His spot's usually comfortable in the front, but looks like the troller Dugo is probably up in the front. I think Sora may have just gotten trolled or hit by some sort of item. I'm not sure because I saw the baggers going back at the same time, and possibly Sora may have gotten hit by one of them.
Yeah, it looks like Dugo trying to take him out immediately. I guess maybe he's aware that Sora's probably their scariest player, so
yeah,
trying to take him out immediately.
You can't talk bad about Oliver either. So.
Oh no, yeah, definitely not, definitely not.
I mean, Sora got hit though, and look at him, already back in first.
Yeah.
Seems like on trip shrooms. I saw. Yeah, I think you had some right to be talking there. But it's looking like a 2-3-4 from Italy, right? 2-3-4-5 for Italy.
Unfortunate play from Dugo, but still 2-5 actually, not.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who has shock right now. I feel like if Team Belgium had it, they will get a really good race right now because I think Sora has a confirmed first without anything going on. But it looks like Dugo just opting to schlag right now. Star coming in from light. Doesn't look like a shock will happen. It seems like Italy's most likely holding it. I think that's a 1-4 for Belgium though. Solid first race. And we didn't see a repeat of just Sal front running like we did yesterday. You know, a lot of different stuff happened. A lot of people taking over first. Sora kind of proving he's just like, oh, I'm the man right now. You know, I'm coming to prove myself now.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to mess with me.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a weird DDR race. You don't really normally see it shockless. Like there are obviously some periods where the bagger's like in a drought of items, like right after wall glitch. He doesn't get a box for a while, but you don't really see that too often.
Yeah, I mean, he got hit, was down in the bottom. He was like, you know, I'm just gonna come right back up with this little thing called the Ultra. I don't know if he got a golden or a trip shrooms, but either way, Sora proving he is out here to win some races.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, 1-4. What's kind of the track that you're thinking here, Edison?
I saw 1-4. I saw some bottom spots, right? Yeah, I think 1-4 bottom is really good for MH. I mean, even TF. Most of the draft tracks are just good. Tracks like MH, if you're bottom, you can get like some goldens to shroom up. And like TF, you can like bag for Bill. Unfortunately, we're not seeing either tracks there. B64 definitely still a good track for 1-4.
Yeah, definitely a good track that as fourth place can draft first, but also Italy's fifth place will also be able to draft first, or second. So we'll see where we're going to start here. Again, this is kind of one of those tracks where, you know, if you're in the front, you want to stay in the front. You can definitely build a big breakaway. Shock, pretty important here in terms of like the grass cut and being able to catch up, but I think the most important thing is trying to stay in first here, as it's a really strong front running track, and that's exactly what Oliver wanted there. He got a golden, but unfortunately gets taken out by a red shell that Alex had. That golden definitely would have taken him to first, and he would have been able to run for free, but so it seems like Sora actually got taken out of first, so looking like he's going to be their runner up there in second, but for now, Sal in last, and Italy kind of like top to mid spots.
If I saw that correctly, I think Light is up there with Sora, so they might be top 2.
Okay. And then we see Loaf actually winning the bagging battle. The man said it's my first time. Let's see if he can make the stairs. I'm really intrigued to see what happens. Could he have possibly pulled it in 10th there at 38 seconds? So, okay, so I think you were right. I think we have a top 2 from Belgium here. Dugo kind of pressuring with these trip greens. Light gets taken out. TC might be passing. Oh no, and he gets Wow, okay, so Belgium kind of getting taken out, and Sora being the lone wolf up there again. But he does have a pretty good breakaway. A blue shell would unfortunately destroy that.
A track like this, it's really good for for top spots, because even if you don't actually hit the people behind you, you have to take turns so much wider in anticipation that you just naturally just lose so much time. And yeah, right there.
Wow. Yeah.
Just killed him with that fib.
Sora making plays out here, taking out Lodon, and then Dugo unfortunately has a little flub and runs into the wall. Pao kind of takes him out as well. So we see Light in 7th. I'm not sure who's in 8th. Okay, we have Dugo in 8th. Lost a little bit there. Not really sure where the rest of Belgium spots are. I don't know who has Shock. Kion seems to be just running against the wall. Unsure. We see one of the baggers falling off. Another bagger also falling off. So nobody seems to have Shock yet. Really interested being 2 minutes into the race. We see Oliver just getting taken out by items over and over and over.
TC bouncing back and forth between Italy members, but ultimately ends up with Sal.
We see Light getting taken out again.
Oh wow, he got back into second just to get taken out once more.
Yeah. And we see Sora like up there trying to hold it out for the rest of the team. And he's kind of just saying, oh, he's kind of like acting like Sal yesterday. Team on my back, I'll stay in first. Y'all just try to do what you can to get up here. But we see them in 4-5. I think Oliver getting taken out by another item. He's been hitting everything on the track. I think he's like the street cleaner here, trying to take all the items out. But let's see, 1-4-5 looking pretty good for Belgium right now. Possibly somebody might have been holding blue. Das kind of bumping Oliver a little bit, but it looks like it's going to be a target POW at the end is going to give Belgium top 3.
Oh.
No way.
Oh no, that was perfect POW.
What a call.
Was that a top 4? I saw Light 4th or 5th.
Yeah, it was either top 3, 5 or top 4.
Wow, that was a perfect POW.
Perfect POW. You know, 1-4-5 still would have been a winning race, but man, that is exactly what they wanted to get started.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
My goodness, man, what a POW. Crazy. And that's just like the most deadly spot you can get him to. Like,
yeah, that's one of the worst POW spots in the game, 100%.
Yep, top 4. Oh my god.
Great second play. Great second.
That was just great communication, because maybe he got the POW like at grass set or something, and then they were like, oh, hold it, we can like target POW their 2-3 and possibly get like top spots here. And man, the patience really paid off. I think Light was definitely holding that POW, and it messed up their whole team. That was awesome.
Yeah, maybe. And there wasn't a blue, so it's like
up at the end.
Yeah, no, the POW was used from actually, wait, was that his POW, or I'm also so confused.
That's what I'm questioning right now, because I thought I saw him shrimming up at the end. Was there enough time for him to like chain the POW and get shrimms there, or was it an accidental Italy spam POW and that got them top 4? Like that had to have been Belgium's. If that was Italy, that's a big misplay.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I'm honestly kind of not sure, because Oliver was in 5th, if I saw that correctly.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his POW, unless it was held from 4th for a while.
Yeah, it could have been Doss's POW. It could have been Doss's POW for sure.
Yeah.
Either way, really strong race for Team Belgium, showing them that they're not going to be taken lightly here.
BCW is a great track for these spots, just because what a lot of teams like to do is they would take the first 3 boxes and immediately just backspam. Since the bottom spots are itemless, they really have nothing to worry about.
Exactly. No, that's always the good play to do. If he gets a favorite. Oliver opts not to back what he gets immediately.
Oh, okay, holding their items.
I think a green definitely would have done some damage, but good thing he held his green as Dugo. We see pulling out a red shell in 2nd, so Oliver able to keep his top spot. We see a little bit of lag between the players. Unfortunately, gets bumped into the wall, and top 4 already for Italy.
What a swing!
What the heck?
That's really unfortunate. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate swing.
Yeah, we see people usually when they start out in BCW, they stay in the front and try to run, but Italy's, I guess, Lodon must have used these trip reds to his advantage, because Belgium's is bottom 4 now. Oh man.
It was definitely something that happened between the Oliver and Sora exchange, because I think they both bumped each other a bit, and that lost a little bit of time, so just chain reaction.
Yeah, curious to see who's in last right now. Is Belgium definitely needs the Shock. Coming from the fact that Love's kind of a new player, I would expect Kion to be in last right now. I think we'll see coming up here. Yeah, it looks like Kion is definitely in last. He's still going backwards though. If I was in Love's position right now, I would be spamming these boxes here for a set in 9th, just trying to get it, because if Kion's just going to keep going back, then there's no point. You just spam boxes to get it in 9th. It's kind of happened pretty often to just get it there.
Yeah.
And you see he is going forward there, trying to spam these boxes.
Dugo coming in with the signature stop trolls. Not get Allfrey off though. It's fortunate for Allfrey.
Dugo holding this blue, seems like a Team Italy member definitely in first. Curious to see who has the shock. Sora's back here. Seems like that was a Belgium shock, as I don't think they would have used. I don't think Italy would have used it if they were in first. So get Sora before boxes maybe and kind of shrim up. Unfortunate Fib takes out Dugo. Also Allfrey gets taken out by something there. And it looks like Italy is in a really good spot this week. We haven't seen Light though. That's the one thing. We have not seen Light, so he could possibly be in a top 2 spot. Probably not first since Dugo was holding blue, but I would expect him to be in a 2-3 spot right now.
It's unfortunate that Belgium fell so far behind, because even with the shock like that, it just leaves room for Italy to just get a last second one.
Yeah, very curious to see how that will play out. But like we said before, I'm pretty sure Loaf got that in 9th just from sitting there and changing boxes, which is just the smart thing to do. Bill in 8th for Allfrey. This could be huge. Maybe another shot comes out right now for Loaf. We see Sal also in a mega, and Allfrey dodges the shock. This could be huge for him. It looks like first will still keep his spot, maybe? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 1-3-4, I think, for Italy still. Really good race for them. I don't know who shock that was. Allfrey may have called it for himself, trying to get Sal out of the mega, but looks like Sal was still able to dodge, or maybe Sal called it. Really confused as to who shock that was, but I think Allfrey was kind of their only hope, so I would imagine that was more of a Belgium shock, if anything.
I feel like even if it was an Italy shock, it was all that it really did was trade spots between Light and Allfrey. Like they dodged in the Bill, but I think Light might have gotten hit with the triple reds that Dugo got after the fact, so it might have just been a trade.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like that's what happened.
Italy definitely needed that race to get back in this. Unfortunately, we see some ignorance is bliss on. Guys, it's 2020, man. Just turn it off. We don't need this in wars. Come on, man.
Yeah, bagger points is unfortunately been happening in a decent number of matches.
Come on, it's literally 2020. We don't need this nowadays. But yeah, so we're not gonna know really what's going on with the bagger points, and the score is most likely gonna be messed up. So sorry about that, guys, but probably not gonna be the exact right score. But yeah, really good race from Italy. That's exactly what they needed to get back in it. And you know, Edison, this is kind of what we were hoping for. We were hoping for like a close match, like not a blowout. And looks like that's what it's coming to be.
Yeah, definitely. It's really interesting to see two teams like this, because I would honestly consider these teams pretty strong for like play-ins. So it's really cool seeing them go at each other right here.
Yeah, definitely. And we see the TF getting picked by Team Italy. I'd say it's definitely good for their 1-4. Dugo, I think Dugo's in a perfect spot to get like a trolling item and do what he does best. So really good spots for Italy, I think, starting out on this track. Those opts for the 5th place. Yep, red shell, perfect. Trying to take Sora out, and that's exactly what they needed. Yeah. Sora is definitely a threat to be up there. Allfrey needs to get up there more, as he's one of their stronger runners. I think he needs to get rid of these reds and just kind of try to shroom up there.
I think he just redded his teammate, unfortunately. Might have been lag on him that he saw. Maybe Dougal's in front of him on his screen, but he just redded DOS.
Unfortunate misplay by Belgium coming in now. And we see Dugo in last place. We see Allfrey in 3rd. Can't really see any other positions, but looks like someone not going. It looks like Lodon's in 2nd, possibly Italy in 1st. Lucio coming out.
Maybe.
We'll see who this blue takes out right now. It was Sal in 1st, so they did have top 2. Really good blue coming out. Sal, I think, taking his first blue of World
Cup. Another bomb.
Really interesting. But yeah, still top 2 for Italy. As unfortunate, Allfrey kind of hits the stoppers. Double bomb. I want to see it. I want to see another bomb come out. Ooh, wow. Okay, really tight red coming there, but Allfrey manages to avoid. Oh no, and he bombs Sal, but also bombs himself. A little bit of a misplay there, and Italy's still able to maintain top 2. And Dugo loses the. Oh my goodness, a star in 2nd comes out from Alex. They had all the top items up there. We saw Dugo with
Sora with the save.
Oh my goodness.
Saved Dugo from hitting the wall there.
And we see Dots getting taken out by a TC, so unfortunate luck for Team Belgium right now. Sora, the only member up there in 3rd. Somebody using a Mega. Somebody has to have shock, because we see both baggers going forward. I would imagine it's Italy, as I saw somebody in a Mega, probably trying to predict, maybe from Belgium. And yeah, it looks like Loaf is back here, and Kion, I think, is definitely holding the shock. So we have a 3-4 situation right now. Sal definitely hoping to get like a Mega or something in 5th or 6th to try to take him up here. And I think they're going to call it after boxes here as the top 2 is pretty much secured. Oliver should not go for Shrimless here. Very smart, as you should spam this Mega right now before shot comes. Very, very good play by him. Looks like Italy did not have any of the dodges, and they just end up with a 3-4, I guess. And, you know, salvageable race, as we saw Italy up there the whole time. And, you know, Belgium was able to pull a blue and kind of keep up there, but still losing the race, and Italy has already mounted their comeback after, and it's been a really intense war after 1 GP already, man.
Yeah, unfortunately with that bomb from Oliver, I think he expected it to blow up a lot sooner than it did, and on the Italy member's screen that's actually what happened, but it ended up taking them both out, unfortunately.
Sora got 2nd, what?
Oh.
Did he take out Alex at the line or something?
I didn't even notice.
I think that's what happened. I think I saw Funky like standing still at the line. I thought it was the bagger for some reason, but I guess it was Alex. So Sora kind of like salvaging the race again, and it wasn't super bad. I mean, I think it was what, a 1-3-5 for Italy. So could have been a lot worse with that top 2, but Belgium holding their own. Italy also holding their own, guys. We're in for a tough one. 2 more GPs left. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, this is looking to be an interesting war.
Oh my god, man. It's been really cool to like see Sora just kind of like breaking up the flow of Italy, whereas yesterday against Team Mexico there really was nobody to break up that flow that Italy had in that top 3, top 4. So
yeah, definitely.
Really good stuff by Sora, which is what we expected. You know, Sora, super strong racer. Plays with a lot of D1 players and like top wars for FA and stuff like that. Really good lines, really good solid TT players. So
yeah, something to know is that Sora, he kind of specializes in like 66s, and most of the time they're Skypeless. So being able to just be in the front a lot is like kind of what he's known to do. And even though this war is like, you know, obviously teams are calling it, the same skills just carry over.
Definitely, yeah. It's like, it's just tough because, you know, good communication is kind of what wins a lot of teams' wars. So I like, for me, it's kind of frustrating personally when somebody on my team can't talk. And
well, if I'm being honest, Sora might be calling. You know, he's called on other teams before, and like,
really?
Yeah, on WL. I know for DE back when we played there, he called for us. So he might be calling here. Never know.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be huge for them if he did. But looks like after GP1, 123 to 121 in Belgium's favor. So, as we expected, man. Looks like in the chat they say he is calling, so we have it confirmed from that.
Nice.
Which is good. It's really what Belgium needs for communication purposes. So, glad to see he's definitely taking initiative and being in calls. MT, very good track for 1-3 starting out. 3rd place usually ends up diving into the cut. It's usually the track that's picked starting every alt spot GP by the host team, because for that reason the person can just jump into cut, get like a golden or a star, and have it in 4th place by the end of the cut. So
yeah,
interesting to see. Sal, very good play with that fib, taking out Sora, trying to go inside of it.
Almost got some both, would have been pretty bad.
Oh, that would have been awful, but we've seen some pretty bad like laggy fibs and whatnot. Dugo spamming his golden. I think he wants to take Oliver off the bridge here. Really interested to see if that happens. But and Dugo almost falls off.
Yeah.
Wow. So like in that situation, I think you just have to use your golden to take the cut here, and I think you have to use it to like mount a bigger breakaway. Like, I know you want to take him out, but that's kind of sometimes the problem with Dugo is that he overextends his trolling a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Golden and 3rd would have been huge for him to have there, and now give Sora and Oliver in 2-3 kind of pressuring Sal. However, we see Oliver possibly failing Jack Strat or hitting a Nana there. Blue Shell going out for Sal, and Sal unfortunately not getting as lucky as he was yesterday with his Blue Shell. So we're gonna see Sora kind of getting a free run as he usually does. So maybe a blue will not come for him, and we'll see how Belgium, the rest of the spots fare out. But for now, we've just seen Oliver and Sora in the front, and wonder what Dawson later up to and how the shock is going. Shock could be huge here for Italy if they dodge just 2nd. But then again, I think Oliver would also dodge with Dugo. So,
especially now, if he takes cut, he'll definitely be right there with him.
I'm very curious to see who has it. It looks like both baggers are still just sitting somewhere. I think. Oh, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think a cannon dodge would have been way too risky. Oh, okay, and blue shell comes out. Looks like 8th place dodge. DOS dodges as well as Dugo. Pow coming out, not affecting Dugo as much as it could have. It was used a little bit later. We see Sora getting a TC, Olafray back here. Italy kind of in the mid spots. It's kind of like a hodgepodge of multiple things going on right now. We see Sora getting taken out by a TC. I think
so unfortunate.
Olafray in 6th place. Dugo might still be holding that 1st place. We saw DOS in 2nd. I think Light may... Oh, DOS getting taken out by something as he's now in 4th place. Is Light going to hold it up for Team Belgium? We'll see at the end here.
Not looking too good for Team Belgium.
Mega spam by Olafray, possibly getting a shot called. Oh, something just happened under the trees, I believe. Light getting taken out. We saw Olafray getting 4th. Was that a top 3 for Italy? Was DOS able to break it up? I think that might have been a top 3 for Italy.
It was so unfortunate before the cannon. I think Sora had hit some back spam or some ground item that was there from a previous lap that took him out of 1st, and then a blue immediately came after shock. So a potential top 2 from Belgium was just immediately eliminated.
Jeez, man. There's some intense races really just coming down to the wire here.
Yeah, it's just lap 3 changes.
Oh, let's go. I knew it. I knew he was up there, man. This man proving to the commentators he's like, yeah, I'm out here.
Wow, okay. I literally just missed him entirely. I thought he had gotten like taken out under the branch or something.
Same. I don't know what happened on that right side branch, but it's like Oliver was somehow able to just pass 2 members of I don't even know. I think Light was one of those players, and I think also it was one of Team Italy's players as well that got taken out in that branch. So, you know, pretty salvageable race, as I think Italy was the one that had shock there, as Dugo dodged and was able to stay in 1st.
Still super close. I mean, a race like that was definitely salvaged. I think it was definitely just like a single-digit loss for Belgium, so it's not bad at all. It's keeping it really close right now. Yeah,
so we kind of have 2 reset tracks coming out, as it was pretty like neutral race, so kind of 2 good tracks for these spots, I think. So who do you think is going to be? Do you think DOS and Light, first of all? Do you think they're going to be like taking? I don't know. I'm not really too familiar with the players, but I feel like everybody nowadays, the meta, you kind of have to like know Rock Hop to kind of stay up there.
100%. Rock Hop is becoming like TF Shroomless at this point. Like you have to, if you don't take it, it's like there has to have been something that happened to force you not to. There's almost never a reason to not go for it.
Edison, I mean, I can't do TF Shroomless, so.
Alright, well.
No, but like going back to that, like Lodon, I didn't see him take TF Shroomless, so that's, will he be taking like Rock Hop? We don't know yet. But again, you know, Respawn still pretty good stuff, but Rock Hop kind of gives you that extra level over these players. See 2, 3, 4 right now from Belgium. I think Italy in 1st.
Guess I stand corrected. 2 Belgian members taking Respawn.
Yeah, I think we saw Sora and DOS do it, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Ollie's going to be holding his pal for a little bit, and I guess not, as he just takes a nice bomb to the face. But yeah, I think 2-3 is holding Shrooms right now. Dugo doesn't have anything. I'm expecting to see DOS and Sora go for Rock Hop once again, as it looks like they have Shrooms in 2-3, possibly looks like
no. They both took Respawn lap 1.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised Sora didn't go for Rock again.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he took Respawn. Maybe he thought a shock was going to come. I think that's what his thinking was, that maybe Italy has shock, and they're going to try to TS him on the Rock if he does go for it. Dugo with his bomb, very threatening, and gets redded, and Sora completely just says, yeah, I'm going to just get out of it.
Yeah, a little questionable from Dugo. Definitely should have trailed it there, but it's a bomb of his own again.
He didn't know that a red was coming, like, until too late.
Yeah, it might have just been
3 bombs in a row! What the heck? Dude! Take, and he's not, okay. Oh my god, Dugo!
I'm speechless. I honestly don't know what to say.
Oh, I can't even pay attention to the race right now.
I mean, good on Dugo for stopping that long to get him. Is that is that bomb 3 for Belgium?
That's a good Italy race is all I
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Holy crap. That's like the double ruby chain of trip reds on Mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Like, literally exactly.
3 bombs in a row.
I was going to say, like, I mean, probably like a little bit of a bad play on Dugo to not trail the bomb, but I mean it works out. He got 2 more and gave Light a free last or
Yeah.
whatever spot he got.
Yeah, top 2, 4,
That's
5 for Italy, man. Wow, Dugo, that was exceptional trolling. Usually that's just what he does. I feel like maybe his bomb on the cut could have possibly been avoided because I think he was trailing it, so I feel like he had to.
yeah. He gave Light a bit of time to react. I don't know, maybe Light thought it would be dropped earlier, or maybe he could go around it. I'm not really sure, but regardless, it's just good job on Duco.
Yeah, regardless, he's a pretty good troller. Top 2, 4, 5. Now this is kind of when you want to pick TF. I feel like well, the thing is the bill is also like a big thing to put in play as well. But TF already picked, so we're not going to be seeing that. And then we see that Team Italy opting to vote for Moonview Highway and Gardens coming out from Belgium, the typical reset track that you were talking about earlier, Edison.
Yeah, 100%. Track when anytime you're just bottom spots, I feel like it's a safe pick to just go Gardens. But fortunately, we're going Moonview Highway.
Did we play Moonview in the last war? I don't think we did. So
no, we did not.
They're pretty hectic as well. Watching a nice Moonview Highway race because I would love to see Dugo's POV here. I think he's going to be the most exciting player to watch in terms of trolling at the beginning of laps and whatnot. So we'll see what he gets. He gets an instant red, gets Sora immediately. That's exactly what we wanted to see from him, and you know, his usual play style. So top 3 coming out, but he's looking to slow down, probably get a red or a trip reds or something. But Olafray takes him out, saying, "I don't want you to touch me. You touched me enough today." And we see.
No Belgium players streaming up at the beginning, as I was honestly hoping. I thought the play was for them to get some like bottom 2 boxes on the half pipe thing, and maybe just stream up. But
yeah,
Italy seems to be keeping their top 2, or maybe not.
Possibly Italy took all the boxes there at the beginning, so none of the Belgian members could have done it.
Yeah.
Maybe they both went for the same box up at the top that you were talking about on the left wall. Not really too sure, but yeah, Olafray kind of breaking up their rhythm right now in second place. But we do see, I think that is Sal in first, getting a pretty large breakaway. We see 2-3 coming out from Sora and Olafray. Kind of expect them to be up here. Let's see how Dawson Light also fare out. Curious to see what Shock's going on. See that situation, but we're probably not going to see a Shock until the beginning of lap 3. Blue Shell from Dugo going to be holding onto that for the rest of the race. So any hopes of stop trolling or anything are going to be hindered by that, unless a Shock comes and you can get trip reds or something. But we see Italy in 6-7 or 5-6-7. So possible dodge coming out here for a set if they have anything, but looks like they're just going to hold on to it now. One of the baggers in the bill? Is this?
Oh, that's...
Okay. Got out of it just in time.
Yeah,
so
that's scary. Honestly, if the pack stays how it is right now, Sora is probably gonna get blued. I mean, the way the first is so gone, it gives Dugo a lot of time to just blue Sora, assuming he doesn't have anything to dodge it with.
Yeah, he throws it now. I think you're right. I think Sora's definitely gonna be hit right now. We could see a Shock canceling the bloom maybe if they have. Oh, a Bill gets spammed by Light here. This is gonna be taking him up a lot of spots. Hopefully, maybe get him 6.
Sora made it. Wow. I honestly did not expect him to make it to the line. I guess the blue is actually known for like lagging a bit there. Like you get the warning pretty early, but it just strays behind on the boost pads.
Right. Yeah. Possible he had a shrimp in second as well, so that's another thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, that too. Could have.
Yeah, I think that was a good race for Belgium. I think they ended up in with 2, 3, 4, 6, I believe. So I think winning race for them. And yeah, that's what it looks to be. Sal was just gone. Kind of like what we saw yesterday, man. Was just in first with no problems at all, and we saw Dugo holding Bill for him. So blue. So I'm sure he's happy about that.
Sal was an interesting player in terms of like in the sense that I didn't really expect much of him from like even like a few months ago, but he's been improving like really quickly.
Yeah, that's like something I've kind of heard as well, because I remember like a year ago. When I was playing a little bit like of Lounge in the summer, I would see him and he like wasn't doing super good or anything, but then now he's playing for like EA and he's kind of just killing it, like scoring really high and like always staying in the front, which is kind of what you have to do to just like score well. Is like it's like more likely that if you're in the top, you're most likely gonna like stay in the top, even if you get blued or something. Like it's gonna work out in the better if you keep up like staying up there.
Yeah, that's definitely the theme with Wars. If you're a player who plays in the mid pack, I feel like your chances of success are way more like varied. But if you're like a front runner, you have like it's a pretty set plan. If you're in the front and there's no blue, that's like your only condition of losing that.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting track choice here. GCN Waluigi Stadium. We know Olafray is a pretty strong runner here. What are your thoughts on like strategy here? What do you want to like? What spot do you want to be in here?
So if you're, I feel like, especially now, turn skip is becoming more and more popular. So if you're like in the front and you can do that, you can just build like massive breakaways. Like I've seen it time and time again. It's just ridiculous.
Definitely.
Being good at this track is definitely like a really, like it's one of the like worst played tracks for the community.
Yeah, 100%. And we see Olafray coming from a Vale, and I'm pretty sure they play this track frequently there, as they have some pretty good runners that can play it. Sora also in third place. We saw Ollie pull Troop Shroom's first set in fourth, which is like perfect, is exactly what he wanted. But unfortunately, he got lag bumped and was unable to keep one of his Shrooms. So we're going to be looking to see him try to outline Alex on his turn skip, as Olafray kind of did it perfectly lap one. And we'll see
No,
how
he actually didn't take it. He got the first trick, but I think his landing was a bit unfavorable. He didn't get to finish it off.
Yeah,
I think he'll still be. Oh.
Oh, Dugo going back at it.
Oh yeah.
I think Sora is just like the sole American in this room, if I'm not mistaken, and his lag is probably just really bad for these European players, so he can just kind of break away from them. But we see a red actually taking Sora out, and Light as well getting back greens. So we see, I think that's a top 3 from Italy right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, it was actually really unfortunate that Olafray failed the wall bounce. He definitely would have been in first.
Yeah, with that Shroom. Really kind of a costly mistake there, as now we see this coming out from Italy, but who knows, maybe Loaf is able to get the shock here and kind of TS their top 3. Is, you know, the TS on Waluigi Stadium is so deadly here. We see Olafray with a Mega, so could be expecting maybe a TS on like second or third, although I think they could still get their first out of there too and get him in a low spot. They just need to hope that Loaf has the shock right now, otherwise it could be devastating. We see a POW coming out. Dugo getting taken out by the target. 2 of them getting taken out by that target POW. We see 2-3 actually from Belgium right now. Maybe a TS comes out. And a TS does. Oh, no. And barely survived. Oh, but Lodon able to dodge in the star, get second, and it's looking like a 3-4-5 for Team Belgium.
Definitely could have been a lot worse if Olafray got TS, but barely makes it back onto the track.
100%. And like, the thing is, they had another deadly. Belgium with another deadly target POW there on Team Italy. Italy looked like they were having a free top 3.
Yeah, they're definitely making, like, you know, a lot of people would sometimes think like POW, it's like, oh, an unlucky item, but if coordinated well enough, and especially in Clan Wars, it's insanely, it's a really powerful item.
Exactly. We've been seeing some crazy endings. Sal putting up a nice 55 here. Yeah, I don't. Did he get blue at that GP? The man just always first. He's just like good at being in first.
Yeah, no, I gotta give it to him. I honestly expected it to be more like Sora Olafray, but I mean, Sal, I should have known that from that 140 that he dropped the other day. It's just, you know, he's a scary player, especially in the front.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw Sora kind of like threatening in the first 2 races that he was kind of like taking over, like, oh, I'm gonna be in the front the whole time, and then. But GP2, man, it was the Sal show, honestly. Like, the man took over. So, I think we have an updated score right now. Is that correct? Of 257 to 231. And it looks like Team Belgium down 26 after GP2. So, still close. Still very doable.
Yeah.
26 is, you know, what is it? That's like a what?
It's like a top. Yeah, it's one race away, definitely.
Yeah,
and we've seen those race results happen this war already. So
yeah, we saw Belgium with. I mean, they already had a top 4, so definitely achievable for them. And I'm not sure how the shot count's been going. I think Italy's winning a little bit. So you know, Belgium playing really well, even without some of the resources that they need. But you know, really holding up and doing really well against this Italy team.
Yeah, I feel like they've been in situations where had they've gotten shock, the races could have been just super deadly. Yeah. But like right there, they were in a position with Mega in fourth, and Italy was only top 2 at that point after the target POW. So it's like, you know, if we see some shocks come into play for Team Belgium, it just could be over.
Yeah. So we got a KC neutral track coming out. we talked about this before, kind of the strat of trying to get a golden in the first set or trip shrooms to try to get them up into the front. Shock most likely is kind of only useful like in the beginning area / last set. We don't really see it coming out in the water section ever, which like it's just because the water kind of propels the players like too far. Oh, nice snipe by Oliver.
Good job.
Wow.
Oh, that was good snipe. Really good
That's
snipe.
exactly what they needed, man. They needed that to get their top spots. Careful with DOS around here, but we see a top 2 from Belgium for now. And Sora actually in 3rd, but the top 2 is kind of already breaking away, which is what Belgium wants to see right now.
Actually, Oliver is like one of his stronger tracks, so might honestly, if I were DOS, I might just give Oliver the first.
Doesn't Oliver like TT this a lot?
If I'm mistaken, he might have. If I'm not mistaken, he might have had a world record at a point.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard too. So I would honestly do the same thing. If I were DOS, I'd be scared out of my mind to have Oliver driving behind me. But Dugo kind of threatening me with this golden. He'll get up to the top 2. I don't think he'll pass them, but you see that top 2 is like really far gone already. Exactly what Belgium. And it appears that Oliver did pass DOS. Good play on him. Not sure. Maybe he had like a shroom or something to pass him, but Oliver saying, "Yeah, just let me drive my track, please. I'll take it, don't worry, and I'll just stay in the front." But top 4 so separated from bottom 4. Really interested to see what's going to be happening with Shock. We see DOS and Oliver just driving along nice. Dugo in 3rd place. Hasn't had the opportunity to really troll anybody, so don't know what's going on with the baggers right now. Kion possibly having it. It seems like he is going forward, so it's looking like he could have it right now. Sal trimming up, still top 2 for Team Belgium though.
If I'm Dugo or Sal, I'd be a bit scared cycling. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I'd be a bit scared cycling items, considering it's like TC positions, but you know, it works out in his favor. Gets triple shrooms to make his way up there.
It's exactly what he needed. You know, we see Dugo kind of playing like the runner role now instead of the troller. He had to switch here as a lot of his teammates were kind of back there. He was the only one that they could rely on up there. So he is breaking that top 2 right now. And we could see maybe a Shock into boxes for Dugo, trying to get a red maybe to get Oliver out of there. I would look to maybe dodge like 4th of Sal, or get Sal into boxes if he's still 4th. It's probably the better play, but and it looks like it's what they're opting to do. Maybe they might TS 3rd if 3rd has a shroom here. But no, it looks like it's just going to be a 1-3 for... What happened to DOS?
Oh.
Where did DOS go?
Did he fall? He had to have fallen off. There's no one near except for. Okay. Maybe he was like anticipating a shroom. He went for cut, and I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what could have happened.
DOS, no. They had 1-3 in the bag, but
wow.
I don't know if DOS maybe got hit by an item or just jumped off the track. Really interesting to see what happened.
That's really unfortunate. That immediately makes it a win for Italy.
Dang, that could have been the race that Belgium needed to get back into it too, but unfortunate circumstances. It seemed like our Sora and Light were not able to get up there, just getting taken out by items. So it seems like Dugo's teammates kind of took the opportunity of, or took his job away from him and started trolling, getting trip res and whatnot to try to keep Sora out of that top spot, because we know that he's a very strong runner.
You know, all things considered, they ended up getting 2-3-4, but it's not horrible for Belgium. You know, they still have time, but if they want to win, they need to make some moves like right now.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's still close. I think they're down 35. I think 35. So still very doable. But we will need to see like some risks being taken and big plays coming out. Ooh, I don't know about that. The BC3 pick from Italy, because like we said, it's a very volatile race and a volatile track in terms of like what can happen with items. I mean, we saw last war between Swiss Austria and Finland that Swiss Austria actually like won that race just from like purely running, because Shocks couldn't really do much to them there. So the shortcut's super deadly, and we're gonna see what happens. But unfortunately, it is a Peach Gardens pick. Well, fortunate for Belgium, unfortunate for Italy.
Yeah.
Good reset track, as you said before. Possibly hoping for some shrooms in those top spots and try to see if they can run this track.
If I'm Italy, I definitely send 2 people back, just to like bag a little bit, get some boxes.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
Definitely.
We saw some people taking cut.
Yeah, we saw a lot of teleportation on Duo's mini map for a sec, so And wow, Sora taking out 2 of them with 1 red. Bottom 3 right now for Italy. So seems to be like Belgium is occupying some of the top spots right now. And we'll see if they can hold on. Sal's still in first though. So we got the 2 through 5 for Belgium. It seems like 1 green just took out a couple of Belgian members, however. And going to be hoping for Olafray to get a shroom here. Pau coming out. Light did have a shroom. We just saw him use it there. Unfortunate for Belgium as he would have taken cut and most likely have had a breakaway there.
Still got some time. 2, 3, 4, all spots capable of getting shrooms, so we might see some breaking in.
I think we just saw Sal get hit by a bagger. Oh my god, and Olafray taking everything right now. The TC and the blue. Unfortunate for him. But
wow.
Possible troll penalty incoming. We saw Sal got wheelie bumped by somebody in the front, it seemed, and he was in first, so had to have been one of the 2 baggers, I would imagine. Could have been his own team, but possible penalty incoming, I think. And we see Light in first right now. Italy 2-3, so still pretty good spots for Italy. However, if shock comes, it's going to be pretty devastating for them. But I think Kion is still in last. We saw one of the baggers hit the chain chomp. I believe that bagger was Loaf. And yes, we see Kion coming back. So the Kion is holding the shock. I think he would have gone through cut there if he was still trying to get it. So expect a Team Italy shock. We see Olafray in a dodge. Don't think he's going to be dodging anytime soon, unfortunately. And he's just going to have to shroom up there. I think I'm going to be...
Saw Team Italy member taking cut, so they should be in first right now. I think it's a 2-3 for Belgium right now.
I think this is going to turn out really poorly for Belgium. We see Dugo getting hit. I think it's going to be a lash box call for this shock right now, getting Alex and Dugo into boxes to catch up. Or now Alex has a star anyway, and he's most likely going to call. Maybe someone's in an item right now that they're going to call out, but I guess they're just not going to use it.
They might not even have it. Oh, a snipe on Team Belgium? Wow. Sal sniped one of the Team Belgium members and got him out of third.
And he had the 4 though in TC too. I thought Kion definitely had the shock from when I was watching, but well, somebody did just use shock, so it's possible that he did have it the whole time, didn't want to use it because maybe they were gonna target Sal. Maybe it would have targeted Sal because he had the TC, so it wouldn't have, like, his TC wouldn't have taken him to the line and he would have lost more spots. But I feel like in that situation, it's kind of more important to dodge Alex if they did have it. But he got fifth anyway. Maybe they would have just traded spots.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're Sal there with the TC, you just call it anyways. I mean, they had to have had it. They just probably held it. Yeah. But yeah, like if I'm Sal with the TC there, I probably just call it and try to pass it just so that my teammate in a star just gets up there, because I mean he got fifth, but you know it's still good. I don't think Italy's in a position to try to get insanely huge races right now. They just need to salvage at this point.
Right. Exactly. So Belgium though needs to start playing risky. Me personally, man, coming from me, the Brawlster, going for luck tracks right now if I'm Team Belgium. But yeah. Another question is, can they rely on their bagger to get shock for them on these luck tracks, which is pretty important. You know, some of them you can definitely run on, like talk about like GCN Mario Circuit, MC3, definitely runnable. However, it's definitely preferred to get the shock and try to dodge here. Interesting track picks though. We have Coco and BC3, kind of like a neutral starting track on Coco, which is fair for the 135, right? So my kind of go-to here strat would be try to go all the way to the right if I was Olafray, maybe hop a couple times and get like a golden in 7th and just try to run the whole thing, but probably see him just go right through the box.
Definitely want to see some of the Team Belgium members get up there immediately.
Yeah, he gets the perfect item he needs. Unfortunately, he can't take the full cut as he wants to get away from that TC. Looks like we have some lag from the streams coming in as Dugos is a little bit ahead of Ollie's right now. Seems to be a top 3 for Italy right now as they're running this CM track. Sora, the only one up there, I think, for Team Belgium. We'll see what happens here. Shock definitely going to be needed for Team Belgium if they want something for a comeback, but other than that, I think it might just be a free run for Italy right now.
Yeah, and assuming he gets the items he needs, I think Dugo's just going to do what Dugo does best at this point. Exactly.
Man, I'm curious to see what happened at the beginning of the race. Unfortunately, we had to switch POVs kind of midway because of a little bit of lag, but Dugo is doing what he does best. Going to be taking out these runners here. But yeah, I mean, these runners just kind of need to get up there, and Dugo's the worst man for the job to blocking their way right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's gonna need to be some insane changes for the race result to change.
It's not.
I don't think.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Somebody has shock that we see both of the baggers going forward. I think Loaf is ahead of Kion, so possible Belgium shock coming out towards the end, and they're gonna have to do something with Sora. I think they're gonna have to get Sora into boxes and have him maybe get Trip Shrooms or a Mega, trying to pass their 2-3. We saw Sora gets back spam, kind of distancing himself from that top 3 against somebody using the Bill. It's looking like DOS. This would be a really good shock for Belgium right now. Unfortunately, don't think they have it, so it's looking like, and now the blue for Dugo as well, holding it. So Dugo most likely getting last, but it looked like a pretty free top 3 for Team Italy. Unfortunate for Team Belgium, as they had been keeping it so close the whole war, but it seems like it might be out of reach now.
Yeah, I think that was a nail in the coffin. Even a 5-run wouldn't be enough, unfortunately.
Unfortunate for Team Belgium, really putting up a good fight. Definitely one of the closer matches, if not the closest match we've seen so far in these play-in stages. So
yeah, it definitely came down to the last GP, and unfortunately Belgium just couldn't pull together in time.
Man,
yeah,
strong showing from Italy in these play-in stages. You can argue that Belgium might be the second or third best team, or first even, but Italy kind of proving their dominance right now, saying we are probably the best in here. But again, you can't go against Finland either. Finland also just destroying teams as well. So would be excited to see a Finland-Italy or a Finland-Belgium match, but don't think we're going to be seeing that in these play-in stages, unfortunately. Oh man, this war though was super exciting.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like the POW and RBC had me freaking out.
Yeah, that was just plays like that, and they were just happening kind of often, just like big plays that were just swinging the race results entirely.
Yeah,
it's just unfortunate that towards the end those plays were just centered around Italy. So
exactly, could have been a luck difference, but I think Italy just kind of, they kind of just outran Belgium on a lot of tracks.
Yeah,
which was impressive because we talked so much about how Olafre and Sora are great runners, but Italy proving that they've practiced and they came out to play and just trying to stay in the front. That's kind of the necessary you need to win these wars.
For sure. All right, BC3 is the last race.
Exciting track to finish it off.
Yeah, at least make it interesting.
We'll see what happens here. I'm expecting a lot of Dugo stop trolling on the last straightaway stuff. Excited to see that. Taking the green right to the face at the start. Probably not. Yeah, he's just gonna spam these shrooms. I don't even think he wants to take up. I bet he wants like trip reds or something to troll the cut. TC not bad either. Pass it to DOS. DOS falling off, failing a low trick unfortunately. We see Olafre taking cut, but the rest of Belgium is all back here in 5-6. So we see a 2-3-4 coming up for Italy right now. We have Olafre gone in first, but a blue shell already pulled for Dugo. And then Belgium not able to catch a break, but it was kind of expected. We see like 5 or 6 blues usually on this track coming to take out that first place.
Yeah, I don't think Olafre is going to be able to it's a cut with, I'm assuming, what was a golden.
Yeah, he definitely had a golden. His lead was way too big not to have been. Still able to maintain first, but would not be surprised to see 2 or 3 more blues come for him, honestly. But Dugo, I don't know, he's playing some games back here, I think.
Might be out of it, unless he can take some cuts. He's looking like a bottom spot for Dugo this race.
I don't think
you never know.
I don't think you're ever out of it in BC3, man.
No, yeah, actually, you're 100% right.
To come back. We've seen worse comebacks. I mean, better comebacks. But yeah, looks like Olafre somehow managed to be in second. Maybe somebody took cut, possibly. But Alex, I don't know what happened there, but it seems like Alex may have and gotten pushed off afterwards. So a little bit of maybe some flubs coming out from the man himself, Alex. But yeah, now we just see Oliver kind of free running in first. I'm sure there's going to be an unblocked cut coming out from Italy here, but we see at least the 1-4 because I can tell the Rosa on the screen. Hugo in 6th place, Sal in 5th. It could be like a top 2 maybe for Belgium right now, unless they're holding that bottom 2 spot. But yeah, Dugo definitely going to take out these blocks. I think he got both of them, so Italy definitely going to be up there. It looks like Ollie spinning out in first, definitely just got blue shelled.
Sal just made ultra.
Odin trying to hit him with these greens, not able to. And for that, he gets paid. Oh my god, he gets payback. And we see Ollie back in first, able to hold in first place. But we see a nice 2-3 coming out from Italy. Can they take out Ollie? It's going to be a close finish, but it looks like, ooh, a shot comes out. Somebody falls off. Maybe falls it. I think Alex just dodged an Omega, and they get 2, 3, 4, 5 for Team Italy. Or no,
no, I think. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. I mean, I honestly expected that race to be a lot better for Italy. I saw them pulling out all the stops. You saw Sal taking ultra, Dugo on block cut. I think one of them made it.
Yeah.
Blue came. That's just yeah.
Did he get blue 3 times that race?
He might have honestly. He honestly might have. It was two 100%. 2 blues guaranteed. It might have been a 3rd one somewhere.
This man Ollie taking 2 blues and said, "Nah, I still got first," but. Not quite enough, but we knew going into the race it wasn't going to be enough, whatever they got. So really well played by both teams. It was a really exciting match to watch. Italy just had the upper hand overall. You know, they played so well. So well as a team. Used their